was there right near Tampa, right? Yep. Perth, nice. Ontario, Canada in the house. Utah. Utah is a beautiful state. Flying over Utah is like flying over the moon. It's wild. Orlando, beautiful. LA, Brooklyn. How are you doing in Brooklyn?
Cool. We are live. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Well, our team will get this over to the proper groups, and we'll get started. Hi, welcome. Man, as we get started here, much love to all of our MSP friends and family and maybe guests here this evening. Lots of crazy stuff going on, and throughout, we do live daily trainings every single day, and we're just sending you love and prayers, and stay safe and follow the protocol. It's been the same war cry, like we're gonna beat this. We are gonna prevail. There is a lot of good stuff actually happening right now, which we're not going to get into tonight, but just from our hearts to yours. We've never seen this before. It's some crazy shit out there. Excuse my language. But you'll see tonight, we're going to be talking about it. Like, you have a couple different options here, really only two, right now. And that is to kind of get inundated by this stuff, which is reasonable. Guys, you turn on the TV, you look around, it's like crazy. There's a lot of weird, like I said, weird stuff going on. And it's not hard to get wrapped up in that, and to think the world is over, to think the zombie apocalypse is coming and I can't do anything. I'm just at the effect of it. I can't get to cause. I can't, create my own circumstances, create my own reality. Or option number two, if you're on this webinar, you obviously are not of that mindset. You are, you're in it. You're part of the solution. You're looking for ways to help your family and to create income from home, because guys and gals, there's no other way to do it right now. You can't do anything offline. There is no more conversation of is online or offline better. At least we have to suspend that until further notice, because you can't go do live events. Part of our business model is seminars. We've had to adjust here this year over the last couple of weeks. It's been crazy. You can't do the one-on-one, at least you can do through Zoom, thankfully. Thank God, the technology. You can't do the meetups at Starbucks. You can't do the hotel parties, the home meetings. You literally can't do that stuff. So, guys, there are people pouring into this profession, looking for leadership, looking for answers and solutions. And it is you who are on this webinar who's taking time out of your quarantine to stretch and grow and learn skills. Right? Who's actually saying, hey, I'm going to put the weight of this on my back, and I'm not going to sit in the corner and say, why me? I'm going to step up and say, I'm going to lean in and say, okay, this is where we're at, and this is what needs to happen. And I'm going to go help as many people as possible, because before this whole thing started, you believed in your products and services, right? Like, you thought that they could help people from home. You thought they could help them create income. You thought they could help them lose weight, alleviate anxiety, the beauty products or the travel industry or CBD, the oils, whatever you're in, right? Now more than ever, people need that. They are Googling, how do I make money from home? How do I support my family from home? Is there any work I can do from home? I just want to plant the seed there for everybody watching, guys, that now is the time. There's going to be a huge opportunity. And it sounds kind of weird to say that in this time, but for those who really show up, step up, get out there, solve, serve, connect with as many people as possible, it's an opportunity to help so many people who are in serious pain with no end in sight. I mean, we don't know when this stuff's going to stop, right? They have to go somewhere, and you can't go downtown to pick up a bar gig, or you can't, drive an Uber and around town for an evening and make a couple $100. So we have an opportunity here to step up like we've never done before in the history of at least my lifetime. Yeah. And it's we're going to talk about tonight how to do it, how to actually get in front of the right people, how to connect authentically and persuade and influence and show and serve and solve these problems that people need to solve right now. Let me know if this is making sense, guys. I know we got a lot of people on the live streams, but in the chat here, give me an X if this is landing. And I think if you're on this webinar, you're of this mindset. At least if you've been in an MLSP, we've either alienated you or you've been offended and gone elsewhere, or you're stepping up, and it's okay. Like, it's not just okay. It's your duty to get up and do something about this, right? So we've got we'll get into the training now here, guys. I'm going to bring out a dear friend of ours, and we're going to have a conversation about a skill set that, it's really, there's only two. We talk about this all the time as well. It's getting people in the funnel, getting people on your calendar, and the ability to close, the ability to connect and persuade and close them into your opportunity. Okay. It's traffic, leads, and money. That's it since day one. And our dear friend, Aaron Birch, we've got something special for you. Maybe in about 40 minutes or so, we'll shift and we'll show you what we're going to do about this. We'll show you how we're going to step up, how we're going to double down on what we believe is right, what we believe is possible, how to do this thing from home. So stay on to the very end. We've got something very, very unique, very timely because of what's going on in this crazy world today. But before we get to that, Erin has, I mean, gosh, I think she's like the number one recruiter in not just Canada, but North America in her company right now. She's breaking records over there. She's one of our certified coaches, got a full-time income. Thankfully now she's able to stay in the comfort of her home right now, safe and sound. And she earned that. And Erin, I love this story because when Erin found MLSP, she was recently separated, couple hungry, teenage boys at home, making less than $1,500 a month Canadian as a jewelry artisan, driving around town, which she couldn't even do if she wanted to right now. Right? Those trade shows are not happening right now. So that she didn't know how to copy and paste, was making less than $1,500 a month. And if you can imagine a single mom trying to figure this whole thing out, no money in the bank, no skill sets, no real time. Fast forward to today, she's full time and she's killing it in her business because she got good at just a few skill sets, like the high income, the mass, the majors in this business, not the minors, not all the crazy finicky tech and analytics and making the blog look amazing, but the actual majors that create income in this profession. So I'm excited for tonight. We're going to have a prospecting and recruiting roundtable mastermind. We'll probably take your questions at the end. So without any further ado, let's bring out Aaron Birch this evening. Good evening, my friend. In this crazy time, here we are Wednesday night, and you are, oddly enough, normally you're like not in Canada, and now you've been there for a couple months, it seems, which is odd because I know you're everywhere every other week. I feel like you're in a different country.
Well, I did between 21 and 23 trips last year.
Yeah. And one of those included your kids' dream vacation to Europe.
Actually, that was the year before when I took them to Europe for a month.
Okay.
Yeah, that year I did something like 15 trips too. So it's just a way of life now, right? When you work online, you can live that lifestyle if that's what you want.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Aaron, give us, I know I kind of just gave you a little bit of background. For anyone who maybe doesn't know, Aaron, you're brand new, you're a guest tonight. Maybe you're in the new group we just created. Give us a snapshot in your words, just so we can get caught up, and then we'll dive into the prospecting and recruiting scripts and all the stuff you guys want to learn here tonight.
Well, I've only been in this industry for 5 years. Right. So I'm pretty darn new as well. So, which is great because I still remember what it's like to be brand new and struggling before you become really good at the marketing and the prospecting and recruiting and closing and all of that. So, I mean, I stepped into this industry when I needed to be making money, when my marriage had come to an end. And it's kind of expensive when you go from one household to having to pay for two. Not that I had to pay for two, but you know what I mean? Suddenly there's two households, right? So I knew I needed to start making a lot more money. And I have a grade 12 education. I was making jewelry, as Brian said, making $1,500 a month Canadian. And I was working 80 hours a week. It's not like I could work any more hours than that. So I was looking for a way to supplement my income. I discovered the whole world of network marketing. I didn't even know it existed. I had no idea what MLM stood for. I had no idea what attraction marketing was or what a lead was. And I didn't know how to copy and paste. I didn't know how to post a picture on Facebook, right? But I was introduced to network marketing and I went, I had the same idea that I think everyone does when they step into network marketing. It's like, oh, this will be easy. I'll just get my business in a box and I'll just start posting on social media and everyone's going to want my stuff because it's so awesome. I think we all think that, right? And some of us are told it's going to be that easy, right? And then you get in and you might get a few sales because your friends and family kind of feel sorry for you. So they support you for a while, right? And then usually around 3 months in, you're going, oh, now what? Now what? I've pushed all my friends and family away from me by bugging the heck out of them. Now what do I do? So when I got to that place, I went online looking for the solution because I knew there were some people in this industry who were making a killing. And that wasn't me. I was one of the people who wasn't even making enough to cover my auto ship. So I decided I need to figure out what the 3% that were making a killing were doing differently, because I wasn't doing the right thing, right? Working my butt off, not making any money. And that's when I found Brian Finale's video, the MLSP video explaining the whole strategy, marketing strategy, which is attraction marketing. And it was like, I went, this is it. This I can do. This will feel good marketing in this way, as opposed to feeling like the used car salesman bugging everyone, right? Because I was on the verge of quitting. And then I went, oh my God, this is a strategy I can use, I can do. And so I got to work. And then 9 months later, I had myself a 6-figure business because I learned marketing. I got really good at the marketing, and I got really good at prospecting, building relationships, prospecting, transitioning my conversations to business, finding out what people need so that you're not pushing them away from you, and then making them offers that they could not resist. Bam. And here I am. I've brought in over 650 people into my business in under 5 years. And I have myself my dream business. And you can too.
Mm-hmm. And what's so cool, I know, guys, if you're on this webinar, you probably saw the registration page. Not only has Erin personally, in the last little blitz, she did 18 new reps in 3 weeks. What is way cooler than that, and I know she would agree, is that she was able to get her team to sponsor 30 people additional, and through group chats and the stuff we're going to talk about tonight, through social media, without spending a dime on ads. Like, this stuff works. Kudos to Erin for never giving up. And I know those first months were just complete hell, trying to do it one way. The company's trying to, get you to talk to everybody. No real marketing experience, no real value exchange, just out there pitching, spamming, dropping links. That part, that's Erin, let's just start there. Can you just, and guys, we are in our group. If you have questions, throw them in there, or if you're in this webinar, throw them, our team will compile them and we'll get to them at the end. But let's just take it back in the beginning here, Erin. What was, in your words, because we obviously talk about this all the time, but like the difference when you saw like our video and our explanation? Obviously what we teach is very different from what you're going to get told to do by the network marketing company. Can you just give some color if someone's new, doesn't even know what we're really doing here and why it's different and why it's going to work this time? Can you tell us your experience of doing it the one way and then finding this, and what that entailed, like what you actually started doing on social media to get people to talk to, as far as the different types of posts and different things to talk about, versus the old way of just, hey, my product, you should come check it out. It's super cool. We're in pre-launch. Our founders are super cool. The hidden ingredient from the Amazon off the crocodile's back is in this, product. All that. It was a shift, I know. So can you fill us in on that before we dive into the actual questions and scripts and things like that?
Well, the way I was originally taught, which I call repulsion marketing, it always felt really, really gross to me. And I know a lot of people feel that way too. They feel bad by hassling people, spamming. It doesn't feel good. You feel like the sleazy car salesman. And when you're feeling that way while trying to build a business, you're not gonna actually do it, right? So this is where people go, I feel really uncomfortable about doing this, so I'm not doing it. So how much of a successful business are you going to build when you feel uncomfortable doing what you're supposed to be doing to build it, right? And I kind of went, this feels awful. Either I get used to doing this the way I'm being told to do, or I quit. And I tried to be okay with marketing that way, but it never felt right. And I've always been a student of psychology, right? So when I was spamming people and using these awful scripts and doing the things I was originally told to do, I was also able to put myself in the mind of the person I was speaking to, or in the mind of the person looking at my Facebook post, and go, how is this supposed to sway them to want to buy my products or join me in my business opportunity? It's not. I'm pissing people off and pushing them away from me as opposed to attracting them. And I sat there going, I can't do this. I guess I'm going to have to work 120 hours a week instead of 80 making my jewelry, because I can't do it this way. And then I don't know, you know what? I mean, for me, I really felt like it was divine intervention that pushed me to go online and found Brian's video. And I swear to God, I watched it and I went, this is it. This is it. Like, I truly believe I was meant to see that video. You made that video for me. Because it just made so much sense. It was logical to me that you're not going to push people away by doing this, but you're actually going to attract people, right? You're going to build an audience. You're going to develop relationships with your audience. You're going to learn to engage with them in a way that makes people want to come into your world. You provide value to them in a way of, as a way of engaging with them. They want to follow you and pay attention to you because they're getting value from you. And then when you put your offers in front of these people, they're a lot more receptive. You're going to get a lot more sales and signups when people are in a receptive frame of mind than oh my God. If they're rolling their eyes when you're making an offer, they're not going to be very receptive. So for me, it was a total mental shift. It's like, this way I cannot do. And I understand why people aren't paying attention to me when I'm marketing this way to attraction marketing, going, oh my God, this is the answer. This I can do. And I know I will be successful with this.
Yeah. Awesome. Love it. Right on. So guys, if you are just getting started, or maybe you've done some of the things like, the 3-foot rule, which we're not like throwing rocks at that idea. If you're good at it and it's getting results, great. It just doesn't work for most of our tribe. They're not the best. Maybe they weren't born with the gift of the gab. They can't close on the spot. They don't like recruiting, the guy at the gas station or the Walmart clerk or their waiter. Like, they actually want to get online and learn how to attract. That's what I wanted. I wanted people to come to me. I know that's what Erin, when she got that, people to actually come to you instead of having to go out there and talk to strangers, which I've done. And I personally did, I could do, but the people I was signing up hated it. And I actually hated doing it too. And I was like, I can hearing Erin, watch that video. I remember my moment when I was reading in a little book that taught me the exact same stuff she got through a video. I was like, oh my God, wow. So guys, that's the difference here. Instead of, we teach outbound marketing and prospecting 100%, but we also do that in a way where there's actually value, whether they buy or not. It's a different way of being in the marketplace, of being on social media, that will actually get you a result. So does that make sense, guys? Throw an X in the chat if we're at least on the same page in that dialogue, because we're going to dive deeper in this direction with what we teach here and what certainly Erin teaches and embraces every day in her business, which attracts interested, hungry people to her. And that's a much more fun conversation, wouldn't you say? Erin, tell me about, so when you got this shit, when we started doing this online, obviously a different marketing approach. You're creating different content other than just pictures of your product, pictures of how much money you've made and the opportunity, the presentation, all that stuff. You started doing things a little bit differently. Can you tell us, what were you starting to create that actually created engagement, that actually started to really capture the attention of people who would be interested in your stuff? Before we even get to the conversation part, like what did you start to do to actually start to build and get conversations going?
Well, the concept of providing value to your audience so that you are seen as a person of value made all the sense to me. I knew that would influence people to want to talk to me, to maybe want to join my business opportunity, to maybe hire me as a coach, what have you, right? So I jumped into the world. I pushed myself outside my comfort zone. When I came into MLSP, I said, I will never post a selfie. I will never do a video. I will never speak on a webinar, and I will never speak on stage. I do all those things now, but I had to become the person who could do those things. I did the things that made me really uncomfortable, right? I got out of my own way because my goals, my desires simply became bigger than my excuses. And I also jumped into doing all the training and everything so much that I began to hear Brian's voice in my head often. So every time something came up, you know what I did? Here's a little mindset hack for you. There were two things going on. When something came my way that I went, I don't want to do that, like speak on a webinar. Oh my God, I can't do that. The idea used to make me just throw up. I would have Brian's voice in my head going, just do it, Birch, because he knew that that would be good for my personal development and the growth of my business. So I just kind of went, okay, Brian, and I would go and do it. But then I would also ask myself, without allowing myself time to overanalyze and freak myself out, I would ask myself, will this be good for my personal development? And will this be good for the growth of my business? The answer is always yes. So I'm bloody well gonna do it, no matter how scared I am, right? So I became the person who could do these things, and I got out of my own way and started doing the video, providing value to my audience, talking to as many people as I possibly could, building those relationships, and everything just started to happen. But does it happen overnight? No, you're building this. It's a process. It's a process to get people it's a process to build your credibility and build your authority, right? And all you're really doing is you're learning stuff and you're turning around and you're teaching it. Like if I said to you guys right now, if I said to you, oh my God, I just learned this thing at noon today, and I'm going to teach it to you guys. Are you guys going to think badly of me because I just said I learned it today? I didn't invent it. I haven't known it for 30 years. I learned it today, and I'm going to share it with you. Do you guys now, would you think poorly of me, like I'm being a phony? No, you're going to go, cool, we're about to learn something new. And also think about it. When you share the fact that you just learned this and all this kind of thing, that builds trust with your audience. You don't have to be full of it because the people are going to know if you're full of it. You just get to be real and authentic. And that's what I love about network market or attraction marketing. You get to be you, and you get to be just your true authentic self. And that's what attracts more people to you, right? Whereas I felt when I was using, the scripts that everyone uses and I felt that people didn't see me as being authentic. So, I kind of developed my own process and my own way of speaking with people, really learned the psychology, what I say, if I say this, how is it going to make this person feel? What's it going to be? What are they going to be seeing in their mind's eye? What are they going to be envisioning? Right? So not only was I thinking about what I should say, but I'm thinking about how the other person's going to take it, whether it be in a conversation, in your video, when you're speaking in your video, just with a simple little curiosity pose. What is going to be going on in their head?
All right, so hold up. All right, guys, this is where you want to grab a pen and paper. What Aaron just dropped a ton of little nuggets. Guys, we're not going to be sharing screens tonight and showing a whole bunch of stuff. This is a conversation type of roundtable. Like you're getting Aaron now, 5 years later, where she's gotten these results, and we talk about the success of the highlight reel. But just so you know, like 4 or 5 years ago, she was like starting to learn these principles, like and starting to do what she just said. And we're going to have her kind of expand on what a curiosity post is and how that's not only different from the way she used to market, but how that's been able to get people to talk to. Like she does everything through Messenger, doesn't do any ad. Well, I know she doesn't, ads is not a focus. Most of like 99% of her business is all done through this little platform called Facebook. Okay. It's through social media, through connecting, through engaging, doing everything that you guys have access to in the start here. I didn't print out the execution guideline that everyone has who's a member. That's Erin's stuff. That's what she does daily. So you already have that. But for tonight, I'd love for you, Erin, to kind of dive into what maybe not just curiosity posts, but maybe one or two other types of activities you do on Facebook to get the conversation going. And then we'll get to, once we're in it, some psychology and strategy you use as far as once connecting one-on-one with the person.
Yeah. You know, probably the number one thing I see people kind of miss the boat on, and it's absolutely critical. Again, going back to the psychology, you've got to be aware every time, everything you do on social media is going to make an impression on the person reading your post, watching your video. You are in control of the impression you give people of you. Do you need to give them the impression that, I remember thinking of this when I was brand new. Oh my God, should I lie and pretend I've been in network marketing for 10 years? And I went, I can't do that. Like, I'm so ridiculously honest. I think sometimes it might scare people, but I went, okay, I can't do this. If I have to pretend I've been doing this for 10 years and I've made all these billions of dollars, I can't do that. I can only do this if I'm open, honest, and transparent, right? So I would learn and share it, but I was very, very aware till this day. I mean, it's like the golden rule for me. You're in control of the impression you give people. Again, you don't have to pretend you're something you're not, but it's about opening up and allowing people to see who you really are with your different kinds of posts. Right? So you've got your lifestyle posts where you're sharing who you are. You're sharing what you do when you're not building your business, right? Are you a hiker? Are you a yoga fanatic? Do you love to cook? Are you a musician? Do you love horses? Your audience should know those things because you're human, or I'm hoping anyway, there are different dimensions to you other than just building your business. Right? So your audience should see those other dimensions of you so that they get to know, like, and trust you. They must feel a connection with you. And I know most people miss the boat on that. They're not really paying attention to the impression they're giving people. Either they're not sharing themselves as a human. So everything they post is all business. It's all business. Or there's no business and it's all, go Rams go. And here's my favorite recipe for nachos, right? And there's no kind of business. There's a happy medium to hit, right? With letting people into your world, seeing how the true you, mixing that with creating curiosity about your products, about your business opportunity, about MLSP if you're an affiliate, right? Or about your coaching program or whatever it is you're promoting. So it's having a good mix so that people see you as a well-rounded person. People don't need to see you as being the, oh, I'm making $10 billion a month. But if you're showing up for your people and you're providing value and you're giving other people shout outs if you haven't had results yet, or you're talking about the things that, people in the MLSP community are doing, or you're talking about the successes of people on your team, right? People are beginning to see that you have stuff going on, that you have a business opportunity, that you have a way to help people grow their business and master marketing really quickly, no matter what business they're in. You've got to be hinting at those things so that people start seeing that. When they hear you talk about these things over and over again, and then you start to have a conversation with them, they're remembering that you help people grow their business no matter what business they're in, that you help people make money from home, that you help your team, all those things. So you want to be incorporating that with what you're posting on social media so that people are getting the right impression of you. They don't have to get the impression of you that you're making $1 billion a month, but they bloody well should be getting the impression that you are dead serious about what you do, about your business, about helping other people make money in their business, right? You can give people the impression that you are dead serious by providing value and by showing up in your own business every day and having your messaging directed to your audience about who you serve and how. If your audience doesn't know who you serve and how, you are missing the boat, and you're making signing people up and getting clients and getting sales so much harder than it needs to be.
So tell me, Erin, if I want to, like, let's just bring it together as far as someone in the webinar here, guys, throw a product. Like, let's say you want to lead with, not with MLSP. Well, let's do, you guys let me know. The first one who pops up, whether you're in health and wellness, if you have CBD oil, okay, the financial education. Erin, if I wanted to build what we teach here inside of MLSP, obviously, leads and money and training on guys, if you're an MLSP, we've got like 30 done for you lead magnets. All we do is teach and train network marketers how to get more leads and how to make more money. And when you really get into this family and community, it's way more than that, but that's what we sell because that's what people want. So if I'm in the financial industry education arena, can you tell, like, Erin, what type of content could I create? What could, as far as like putting stuff on social media or finding the right audience, like, where would you start? How would you embrace this way of marketing to get a financial education type of product? I don't know if that's credit repair or investing, or if it's just straight up books and education, but I guess that's not really important. What would you do?
First thing I would do is I would start posting on social media and asking, when it comes to your finances, what do you struggle with the most? When it comes to saving money, what kind of questions do you have? Right? I would ask the audience what issues, what challenges, what struggles they have when it comes to finances. Like, I'm stupid when it comes to finances. I'm not interested in it, right? I'm your target audience. So you can ask your audience what their struggles are when it comes to finances, right? And then, this is market research. Write it all down, brainstorm what pain points, what challenges, what struggles people have when it comes to that. And then your content is simply going to answer the questions for these people. Most people overthink the whole, oh my God, I don't know what content to be posting. What challenges do your products or your business opportunity or MLSP solve? What problems can you solve for people? That's what you do your content on. Simple as that. One way I find content is, like, if a teammate or someone in MLSP asks me something, or a client asks me something, boom. And most of the time I remember that, oh my God, I had that same question. I need to do a video about that. Right? So there's content everywhere. Just knowing what your product's business opportunity or MLSP solves for people, that's what you do your content on. But also you can do your content on other things. Like, I do a lot of mindset coaching because I'm right into the whole realm of mindset and psychology and neuro-linguistic programming and hypnotherapy and all of that. So I give a lot of content, a lot of value, on that topic. If you're into cooking, you're building a business, let's say you're into health and wellness, but you also love to cook. That's just another avenue you can provide value on. Do cooking videos, right? I think people overthink the whole content thing. What does your audience want to know about? It doesn't just have to be about your products, your business opportunity, generating leads, marketing and all that. It can be fun stuff too, right? Like a couple tips on, I don't know, how to do eyeshadow, for heaven's sakes. I'd be watching that.
So guys, it has nothing to do with, like, is it, hi Jackie, what's up, my friend? Like, whether it's an MLM or not, whether you're selling an opportunity or a product, like, look, if you take a step back, if I want to sell financial education products, and again, this is all in that DMO. If you guys are inside of MLSP, it's like step 6. We give you the Limitless Leads DMO, and it shows you exactly how to find those groups of people who are interested in financial education. And who are the leaders that come to mind? Kiyosaki, Susie Orman, right? Who are the leaders in the financial arena? Like, where are they having conversations? Could I go get involved in some of these conversations? Like, where could you go to the Facebook search bar and put hashtag like finances? or hashtag market, which is getting absolutely crushed right now. Like you'll find people talking about your hottest keywords right now, and you can reach out to and get involved and answer questions and start to build. It's the first step of the where is she? Got a bunch of stuff over there of our build, engage. It's literally build, engage, and then sell to. Right. So I think that's a beautiful, guys. If you're taking notes, as you build your audience of people who are interested in in how to do personal finance, save money, build credit, invest, right? You're starting to build your audience of people who would be interested in that. Then you ask a very simple question. Hey, what do you struggle with when it comes to finance? And you get real-time content. Like you get like Aaron, guys, that's the best way to do it. Then you just create the content that solves those questions. Right? Does that make sense, guys? I mean, this isn't rocket science. And as you build, the websites and you build solutions and you create the content, whether it's Facebook Lives, PDFs, cheat sheets, checklists, whatever, you're starting to connect and build and engage and giving calls to action, which we'll talk about here in a bit. But this, we do this brain likes to make things complicated, not because we like pain, but because we're just conditioned. It's hard, it's a struggle, I'm not technical, it's the internet, no one's going to buy anyway. All of these things in our brain, we've been handed down. And so it's easy to buy these excuses like this is hard, or we're looking for ways to make it confusing because that's what we've conditioned our body and brain. That's our belief, right? Do you see how this could be? Like you could build an audience of people who are interested in finance right from home during this crazy stuff. You can be at home with a keyboard, with an internet connection, and connect with people. If they want to learn how to do photography at home, could you find groups? There are millions of them with people who are interested in photography tips. If you're a photography expert, right? If you're the guy or gal who knows all the lenses and the crazy lighting and you enjoy that and that's your passion and you could create content around that, that could be a crazy, sexy, fun business. Hell, your whole news feed could be amazing pictures because you learned how to do filters and time of day and lens, creation, all this crazy stuff. Like if now you're shifting to online because you have no other choice right now, you could turn your knowledge into a very simple cash flow business, especially with MLSPs, software, the business center, funnels, ways to brand you and get your ideas out and get paid directly through Stripe. Like you just got to find people who are interested in photography tips, which are gals, are there literally millions of people on Facebook alone with groups who want to get better at photography, who would love leadership, who would love guidance, who would love support, knowledge, wisdom, experience, tips on how to make, beautiful memories with their kids to capture this crazy quarantine time where you're stuck at home for weeks and maybe even months. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense?
Got 3 other places for you to find content too.
Ooh, bring it.
Off from what Brian just said. Go to YouTube. Let's use the photography example again. You go to YouTube, type in how to photography. You're going to find thousands of people already teaching this stuff. You also get to see their headlines, man. Professional copywriters, their headlines. Good Lord. I mean, you got enough content right there. You watch the video, you do your own content on it. You've even got a wicked headline, right? There's also, go to Amazon books. Let's go back to the financial thing or photography, whatever. Click in financial books. All the topics that people have done, boom, that is all content. People don't usually write a book on something nobody wants to know about, right? So the fact that somebody else wrote a book on a topic, how to save most money possible or whatever, that's something people want to know about. Boom. So you should be doing content on that, right? And then there's also the site ask.com. Ask.com. You go in there and it tells you what people want to know about, what they're searching about. So there's so much content that people get overwhelmed by it and overcomplicate. And I'm telling you, the more you think about something, you start to overthink it and overanalyze and you paralyze yourself, and then you don't take action and you sit there thinking about all the what ifs. What if this doesn't work? How about you get an idea and you stop thinking about it and you just go and do it? That's been, that's been a blessing for me, because I'm such an action taker that I didn't pause to overthink it. I just went and did it. And if it fails, so what? I'd rather get it done and have it fail than not do it at all.
Guys, love it. You know, photography, finance, whatever, top 10 photography YouTube channels, top 10 photography podcasts, top 10 photography blogs, right? To get some more ideas. If that's if that's what you're selling, how to, do photography from home. Just gold mine. Marilyn asks, I've been a diabetic for 61 years. So should that be the audience I try to reach? What do you think,
That could
Aaron?
absolutely be part of your audience. In fact, I was having a conversation with a gal on my team, and she's like, well, do I talk about health and wellness or do I talk about marketing? She has, what is it called? An illness. Michael J. Fox has it. Was it Parkinson's? Anyway, she's afflicted with an illness, a disability or whatever. And she's like, should that be part of my marketing? Yeah, it should. That's part of who you are. If you're okay talking about it, you should talk about that. You're going to attract people who can relate to you. Therefore, she could actually go into groups of, people who are suffering from the same issues. She could start her own group for people who are suffering from those issues. Building her own tribe, creating relationships with those people. Those are the people you can serve and help. So absolutely, she could be talking health and wellness. She could be talking marketing. She could be talking about Parkinson's. Right?
Yeah. I mean, look, guys, there's some questions about, I get so excited about this because, guys, this is now more than ever another question about, like, I love gardening. Could I do something around gardening? Even if your product, guys, is like not gardening, you could be doing all sorts of crazy cool posts about, like, gosh, I'm so excited. I finally have energy now for the first time ever to go out there in my garden, and kind of, you're not going to show the product, you're going to hide it, but you can creatively, like, weave into your passions, right? If you're flat out not in network marketing and you want to sell gardening, like, guys, could you create a little info product on gardening? Like, especially now, like, how to be self-sustainable. How sexy is that idea? Like, you get to grow your own food. Like, you don't have to be relying on the grocery stores being opened or having the jalapenos or the peppers or the onions in stock, and you can grow your lettuce at home. Like, my God, now more than ever, right? For all of those survivalists out there, that is a huge thing. So, Aaron, how would I get something like, and I swear, guys, we're going to get to the prospecting conversation stuff, but I love, this is the marketing part, guys. Yeah. Most people, most companies would tell you to go talk to everybody about this gardening tip. That isn't marketing. That's unsolicited spam. And when they say no, which most will, it's on to the next one. You're not building a long-term asset. You're not actually building an audience. You have to keep doing that approach over and over and over again. There's a smarter way. And you know it. You know that if you're on this webinar. You know that. Give me some love in the Facebook Live. If you guys want this to keep this stream going, give me some shares. Give Aaron some hearts over there. Aaron, I was going to ask you a question, something about gardening and how you could weave. Let's say you're promoting, let's say you love gardening, but you're you've got, and guys, just to be super clear, we're all just talking about Facebook right now and your profile. We're not talking about ads. We're not talking about mini chat, remarketing. We're not doing Instagram, YouTube. Right now, we are talking about Facebook. If I love gardening and I've got a health and wellness supplement that is like the core product I've got right now, give me some ideas. Talk to me.
I would go live while I'm in my garden and show my audience what I'm planting and talk about, I'm planting carrots because of the vitamin A, and then I'm going to plant this because of this. I mean, and then you can also bring in your products and say, if I don't have enough vegetables that are ripe right now, I love to take a particular product. It's a greens powder that I just mix in with my juice every day. And it gives me all the extra minerals, vitamins and minerals, and some algae, because I don't grow algae. So I need the algae. Everybody needs algae because of blah, blah, blah. It does this for you. The benefits of algae are, so I take this supplement on top of eating all these vegetables that I grow. I also take this supplement. If you want to know my recommendation, the best greens powder with algae that I have come across, drop me below or PM me and I'm happy to share.
Yep.
You could also throw in, let's say you're in finance, right? Like the financial services and you're out in your garden. How about this? Oh my God, I love being able to work from home and build a business all online because I can come out in my garden. I'll work a couple hours in the morning and then I'll go hang out in my garden for 2 hours and then go back and work another hour on my business. Oh my God, I love working from home. When I go for a hike, I angle everything. I love the whole psychology of it, right? I'll do a picture of me going for a hike and then go, getting a hike in before I go and do a training for my team, or getting a hike in before I go and coach 2 of my amazing coaching clients.
What do you think,
It's
guys?
lifestyle, but I'm also planting the seed about my business opportunity, coaching, whatever it may be. Or I'm going home now to get another module done for the course I'm going to be launching. Or, getting my hike in before I go and help some really amazing entrepreneurs get going with an awesome marketing strategy that's just going to blow up their business. Oh,
guys, I hope the wheels are going here for what you could create as far as content. Okay. Now, once you start to, and Kim, I love that, you feel like we'll get to that question. I kind of want to shift to the conversation part, but you're having a hard time combining like your love for horses with your product. My gosh, it's not just black and white. You got to talk creatively about your product, guys. If there's pictures of horses, you're living a lifestyle, the equine, people love that stuff. Animals, like, oh my gosh, we'll talk about that at the end. Kim, stick around. We'll address that at the end. I want to shift to conversations now because once you start to do this and you start to build your audience of people who are interested in gardening tips, or people are interested in financial services or photography. Okay, you start to create, and again, we have examples all day, every day inside the back office for members inside the DMO, the cheat sheet we give you. But let's say that you start creating curiosity posts, lifestyle posts, social proof posts. You start following the framework we give you, and people reach out and they're like, yeah, Aaron, I do want those 5 tips on how to grow the greenest vegetables, or how to get all of my vegetables done in one serving of X, whatever that could be. Like, you create some type of call to action at the end of a Facebook Live, drop an emoji below. I'll send you that 5-point cheat sheet on how to effectively create the most amazing photos with the newest lens and the tricks, whatever that is, right? Someone reaches out and says, yes, I want that piece of value. Because remember, guys, this is very different than, hey, come buy my product, service, opportunity. You are saying, hey, like, here, I've got something for you. I know that you're interested in photography. I've got this little PDF, 1 page, couple words that helps you get X, whatever that person who is interested in photography would want. Or if they're interested in health and wellness, how to lose weight, shred fat while you sleep, right? And you put together a tiny little cheat sheet that we teach you how to do, and we give you the software to do it. And at the end of a Facebook Live or a social media post, you say, hey, I've got a freebie. Reach out to me. Let me know if you want my updated for 2020 quarantine version, how to keep it tight, how to keep healthy while you're stuck at home with kids and going crazy. And you create that. When someone reaches out, Aaron, walk us through how that happens. Someone says, hey, I'm in. What do you do?
Well, if you're going to give them a lead magnet, which of course is awesome, that's an awesome idea, because now they're going to be on your email list, right? And you can market to them. Basically, your objective with your posts is to create conversation, right? It's to take it to Messenger, and because that's where you're going to make the sale, right? In Messenger, on a Zoom call, on a phone call, on a Facebook call, right? So it's about creating that conversation. So if somebody raises their hand and says, I want what you're talking about in your post, right? I would respond to their comment on my post and I'll say, I'll PM you, Brian. I'm going to do that and also boost my post, right? I'm going to leave a new comment. So Facebook sees action on my post, shows it to way more people, right? And then I will get the conversation in Messenger and send the person a private message. And I'm simply, you guys don't look for these magic weird things to say. It's about just being a real person. What would you say to your actual friend, your neighbor who was online and commented? Speak to people the same way. It's the same thing. They're just a fellow human, right? So I'm going to go, hey, Brian, how's it going? How's everything in your town? How are you holding up? Send. Then I'm going to say, here's that information you asked for, or you were asking for information about whatever it is, my greens product, my weight loss system, my photography tips, right? And then I'm start a conversation, and I'm going to give them what they've asked for. But I'm not just going to drop the link to my lead magnet on them, or drop the link to my product on them.
Listen up, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. This is about getting people to talk to. Was the prospecting and recruiting. Can you repeat that, Aaron? Because that's a huge, because they'll take it and run. They're out. You don't get the list. You don't get the relationship. You don't start the conversation. Please repeat that.
So when someone says, I want what you were talking about, I want this product, this weight loss product you were talking about, for example, do not just, I know that they've asked for information. And while you think, oh, well, they want information, I'll just give them the link to the product. No, they almost never click on that and buy that. Never. I'm going to start a conversation with them first. I'm going to touch base, check in on them. How's everything going at their house? Everybody okay? How are the kids handling this? Send. Then I'm going to bring up the fact that they asked me for information. So you asked for information about the weight loss system that I was talking about in my post, right? I am happy to give you information on that. And I'll wait for them to respond. I'll wait for them to respond. When you do it this way, they always respond. They'll go, yeah, I want information. I want them saying those words. Yes, I want information. You now have permission to give them your link, get them on a 5-minute Facebook call, get them on a Zoom call, and act, and write this down. This is gold. And act as a consultant for that person. Whether it's about your weight loss system, your photography tips, your financial services, your business opportunity, MLSP, you are the consultant, okay? This person you are consulting. You must think of yourself as such, right? That's going to give you an enormous amount of posture, right? And it makes the person, when you display posture, but I'm not talking about being arrogant. I'm talking about displaying posture and kind of giving them the feeling that you kind of know your stuff, but you're doing it gently. They automatically respond to you in a different way. Write this one down too. When you display an enormous amount of confidence in yourself, people can't help but assume you know your stuff. Right? So if you're confident about your products, your business opportunity, when I speak about MLSP to people, they know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I know it could change their life. They know that. They're picking up on that from me, right? It's not the words you say, but the way you say it. That's why sending voice messages is gold, because you can't display, you can't get your passion and conviction across to people about whatever it is you're sharing by typing. You ever get in a conversation with someone and somebody has misunderstood what's going on in the conversation because you're just typing, right? You don't want that to happen. So you pick up your phone and you send voice messages. If I have someone who says, I want whatever you were talking about, weight loss system, MLSP, business opportunity, coaching, whatever, I'm going to get them on a call. Hey, let's jump on a 5-minute Facebook call right now. I want to see how I can best help you. Write that one down. I want to see how I can best help you, not how you can help me by joining my team or paying me money for this weight loss product. I want to see how I can best help you.
You guys hear that, right? Like, first off, not to give, like, if you're doing what we teach here inside of MLSP, which is providing value, right? She's not dropping the link publicly to her little PDF, which is so easy to create. And if you're using MLSP, it's already done for you. If you're in the health and wellness space, we'll show you how to create your own. You have knowledge to build that right now. If you're in photography, if you're in finance, whatever it is, you're not giving, when you give that call to action, you're not just dropping that link publicly. And even through Messenger, it's not like, okay, here it is. Erin's like, it's all questions, guys. And this is how you get to know, because you may think they want that, that PDF for a specific reason. But then when you actually, hey, where have you been? Where are you looking to go? What have you tried? You're here you are. Where would you like to be? And you gather all this information. That's the gold when it comes to prospecting and recruiting, because you can frame it and connect with them based on their desires, their needs, their pains, what keeps them up at night, which you may think right? But that assumption could cost you a connection, could cost you a new sign up. They may be downloading that PDF for their husband, for their wife, for their sister, brother. And you get into it because you got a lead and here we go. Got to, shoot, like to actually connect. Hey, let's move over to the phone. Let's see, before I give it to you, I want to make sure it's right for you. I'd love to connect and see how I can help, how I can serve you. You guys get that? If there's ever a question in this business, 90% of the time, the answer is like, just ask more questions and get more curious. Like, if that's the compass, you will do okay in this business, because you will learn more. You will be able to serve them the product, opportunity, coaching, or a friend's business based on what they want. And that's how, life flows to that which serves. Cash flows to that who serves, and adds more to life. Like, if you just walk away from this webinar with that principle from Erin's, like take that, you'll do okay. And we are going to get to the closing stuff and how Erin, guys, you can't deny, you guys, 650 reps in 5 years. That's pretty astounding. And that wasn't from a previous sales. I guess she wasn't in not your traditional, jewelry artist, and very different from like platform speaking or high ticket selling from stage. Very different. Like, she came into the business with not much of a background that would serve this. And now 650 reps later, 5 years later, what she does works. So I'm going to ask your permission before we get to the question, before we get to the, like how, Erin, some specifics, not script so much, because I know you're not a big script gal, but like, okay, now we're having the conversation. We're moving them over to the phone. How do we close the deal? How do we seal that? Before we get to that, guys, I want to share. I just looked at the clock. It's an hour, Erin. We're just talking shop here. Can you believe it's an hour into the into the training here? Are you guys okay if I take less than 5 minutes to just share something with you that I think that I know is going to move the needle for you? Are you guys okay with that? Have we gotten there? Have we built some trust here? Is it okay? Do I have your permission to share something? Cool. I know there's some guests on here who have never heard of Erin, who have never heard of me, who don't even know what MLSP is. They're here because a friend thought we could help, is here because they're at home and they have nowhere else to go, but they're looking for something. They're looking for a solution. Cool. Awesome. I appreciate you. Now, before I'm going to pull up a PowerPoint and we're going to fly through it. We are doing this, guys and gals, because, you've heard me, you've heard our company, our stand on everything that's going on. We are, I keep saying, like, doubling down and leaning in. We are putting our foot on the gas, because we believe in what we've got. We believe that what we teach here, if you are in network marketing, and we've proven tonight, network marketing is just the model that we're in as far as trying to help networkers really learn marketing skills, really learning how to leverage the internet. to grow their incomes from home, to build their audience, to get their products and services in the hands of people who want to pay for them, who need the benefits, who want to start an opportunity and learn these skill sets. It can be applied to any marketing's marketing, period. Okay. But just so you know, from our heart, like we sat down and we're like, look, I wished our friends over at Digital Marketer, which is like another leading internet marketing, totally out of our space. They gave free accounts to everyone for like a month. And we were trying to figure out how to do that. And we couldn't because of the way affiliates are tied into this. We had to honor them. It was a very different, because we really make every single decision we make is like affiliates. How can we serve? Is this going to be good for them? Is this right for them? Is this going to make them happy? We couldn't do that. This is the next best thing. It's $1. And we're doing this because we want to get anybody who is serious about going, full time in like building this thing online. We want to help. Some crazy shit is happening. People are out of work. They have nowhere else to go. And that pains us. Can you imagine like the guy or gal working at the NBA arena, making minimum wage, needing that money to support their family, is now out of work and has been for weeks. And I know the government's doing some stuff to support. That's amazing. But like, they are not in the best position. It's not just like every industry is getting crushed. I've got bar owners in Austin, Texas, who have no idea how they're going to turn the lights back on. None. Right? The rent and the mortgage doesn't stop for them. Right? They still have payroll. They have no idea what they're going to do. And that, like, I just got like all heavy because like that, there's weight there. And we are so committed to helping people learn skills to grow their income online, real marketing skills to bring their knowledge, their interest to the internet and learn how to do it. So we like, what could we do? How could we help? What's the biggest challenge? What could we do to get them around people who are making moves, who are doing things, who are actually getting results? And then let's go there. So in that spirit, that's what I'm going to share with you real quick. Again, guys, we're going to go right back to Aaron and right back to the training. And we are going to open this up for Q&A. But just so you know where our heart was and what we're trying to do here, we are very much of the mind, like the time is now. There's no other, there are more, like we can't stop. If you have a product, service, or opportunity, something that can help people create income, something that can help people from home right now, to sit back and relax right now would be a mistake. To memorize every Netflix season and to binge and to go crazy, alcohol, drink, crud food because you're on vacation, that would be a mistake. Not just for you and your family, but for like society who is looking for help, who is looking for leadership. So would you like our help to find your next distributor on Facebook and recruit them into your business? Which obviously, if you're at home, working from home, trying to build this thing from home, this is like, let us help. We want to go live with you. We've created something. It's called the Live Recruit Reps in Minutes via social. It's a 5-day challenge. It's with Aaron Birch, and it starts in just a week. Okay. And this challenge is designed to help you, take you by the hand and show you how to find your dream rep, instantly build rapport, and sponsor them into your organization this week. Even if you're brand new, we would normally sell something like this for $300. It's $1. It's $1. $1. And the reason, again, it has to hook this way is because of our affiliate program. If you don't know what MLSP is, we couldn't do it any other way. So for 100 pennies, you get access to, you'll see here, 5 days. And day one is you're going to get 3 untapped gold mines where you can find the right people. A lot of questions tonight on where can I find them? Where are these groups? How do I find them? We're going to show you. That's the whole focus of day one. Day two is a simple prospecting framework, which we've touched on tonight, but you will get literally how to walk away from this challenge and confidently connect and build rapport with your prospects. Aaron is a master, which we're going to get to a little bit here tonight after this short presentation here, how to transition. There is no time to waste, guys. I hate being caught in this friend zone. To transition to business quickly is so freaking critical. So you stop wasting your time. We teach that. And Aaron's going to show you that in this challenge. Ninja persuasion and communication skills that get your prospects to actually want to watch your presentation. Like, can you imagine that? People actually coming to you and excited to like check out your stuff. And that is built upon on day 4. Day 5 is physically how to close them into your business. And again, your guide, the lovely, amazing Miss Birch, 650 people in 5 years, right? That's the 5 days. And just a quick snapshot. If hopefully, you see Erin's value and, in just 5 years, what she's been able to do. Just read the yellow parts. Steph, I was able to rank advanced 7 times in just 60 days. This is after going through some of Erin's prospecting, social media, recruiting, training. We've never actually done it this way, which will be even more effective because it's hands-on with Erin. And you'll see what we're doing on top of it. Lewis says, I made 3 sales in my company from Facebook. 3 sales. From Facebook, from what we teach, what she's going to be teaching in this challenge. When I recently joined my MLM company, I ranked up twice in the first 3 weeks. Lemure, congrats. Zinnia, who I think all these guys are on actually. I was able to get a sign up and help her get a sign up. That's the cool, not just you, but helping the tribe get results. Because this is not a techie funnel building, marketing crazy. Like, this is simple stuff. This is like the majors that if you're at home on, in the middle of this quarantine, like this, if we can get you to do what we're going to show you, which is 0 tech skills required, you can start doing the thing. And Lindsay Sewell, one of our coaches here, I hadn't even completed her last recruiting training, and I closed my next prospect into my business, and was able to book 2 more follow-up calls that day with new prospects I just started talking to. So just a snapshot, yeah, she's the real deal. Now, obviously, we're living in the middle of a crazy time right now, and we want to help anybody. We've been here since 2008, ladies and gentlemen. Our passion for helping the little guy, the home business owner, figure this thing out. It's second to none. I mean, we could go in any industry, any profession. We choose this, powerfully choose this space. And we want to help anybody who wants to learn how to create income from home to support their families in this crazy time. So we decided to give you the exact system that helped the biggest leaders, that literally helped create the biggest leaders you see online today. So when you buy the Prospect and Recruit Reps in Minutes 5-day challenge for $1, we're going to give you 30 days of My Lead System Pro. Plus, we're going to give you 30 days of live coaching. This is in addition to the amazing Birch. This is 30 days of live coaching with myself, twin brother Jim, business partner Norbert, who is the drivers behind this 8-figure business and system of My Lead System Pro, completely free, all for $1. This is the training schedule on top of the challenge itself. We guys, if you're in MLSP, let us know whether you're on Facebook or in the chat if we show up. If we are here, like a rock, like no other. I mean, we are here for this profession, real marketing tactics to just really do the thing and go get the results. And now more than ever, it's required, right? So check this out. And guys, what comes with the system, if you're not familiar with MLSP, simple funnel building software to instantly brand you and position you as a leader in your industry. This may look techie. Like, how cool is this? This is a couple clicks away to have your own homepage. There are members now in MLSP who just started a few days ago who now have a homepage, like an actual website where they can book a free strategy session, give away a little PDF. All of this is customizable. I'm not going to get into the software. With a couple clicks, and we help you create everything. Or if you wanted to give away something, just like a little lead magnet, a capture page. If you wanted to create something, a couple tips on photography, a couple tips on gardening, a couple tips on the finance industry, we show you how to do that. Through the software, you can build and create everything right here. We're going to give you a CRM, which is actually going to help you make money with all the leads you're going to start to get. As we're hunkered down, we're working from home, we're learning these skills. And this CRM, schedule appointments, send emails, rate prospects, track all your interactions with everyone that comes into your world. We're going to give you 40 courses, lead generation courses right now, including downloadable PDFs, checklists, cheat sheets, video tutorials, print ready action guides, and everything you need to start getting leads for your online business today. Right now, we're going to throw in a bonus of how to have success in MLM, how to make money with every prospecting call you make. This is filmed with 2 legends who have earned 7 figures in network marketing commissions each. It's a 2.5-hour bonus, instant access to it, prospecting and recruiting secrets, deadly persuasive scripts to close your prospects, exactly what to say and how to say it to turn your new leads and conversations into customers and reps. 5-hour bonus, instant access to this one. And bonus 3, prospecting strangers and how to go about this, how to prospect. And really the goal with this one is to help you recruit leaders into your network marketing business. The fastest way to get successful people on the phone, and the script to close them to watch your presentation. Almost 4 hours. And here's the reality. It's time, y'all. It's a crazy time, whether you learn it from MLSP or you go elsewhere, like to learn the real marketing skills plus the software to do the thing that you got to do. If you're going to build this thing online, you got to make money. You need cash flow now. You need the skills to create income from home. And we're going to give you the easiest way to make money now as you focus on building your long-term residuals and MLM empire. And here's the thing. And I know Aaron's uses exact like with MLSP guys, if you're building your audience of network marketers, you can now start to get paid today from the 90% who are going to say no. And I don't care if you're a nasty, amazing closer like Aaron Birch, who closes at a very high rate, the majority are going to say no. And that was one of the big things for me. I know for you too, Aaron, like when they say no, it was like, I was told on to the next one, go for it, keep going. You're not building an audience. There's no real value there anyway. You just keep asking. And that's such a waste of energy. And that's such a waste of a human. Like, could you still serve? Could you still connect? Could you still offer solutions and actually come from a place of value like every top earner does, whether they tell you that or not? And just a quick snapshot. The affiliate program here at MLSP helps you create cash, like quick cash. We pay you to get leads for your business. And there's 8 different ways. I'm not going to get into it, but 8 different ways to make money, up to $1,000 per sale that we actually make for you. And I mean, gosh, 1K commissions, if you could help not just you, but help others in pain out there, like learn the online skills. We're here. So just, yes, to show, like, if you're new and you're checking out MLSP for $1 here, our dear friend Ray Hagman, one of the biggest names in network marketing now, helped me become the #1 earner in my last company when he was actually boots on the ground in the trenches building his MLM. And one of our merchant accounts, our payout services, I'd never seen one of the amounts we paid him one time. He's actually right at 7 figures from this house right here from work he did a few years ago. It works. Antonio, $200 from hitting the $20,000 club in the first 11 months. And guys, this is all on the side. This is designed to help you build your MLM, your opportunity, get the education, software, tool system, community, family to do this thing from home right now. First commission, we get that all the time. First commission, only 14 days after. Day off, $1,000 USD. It's not even midday yet. Lisa Torres giving shout outs to Diane Hawkman every other week, $4,000. Why not? It works. It works. So this is what you're going to get. It's $1. You get the challenge. You get a private Facebook group to support in that challenge. You get the funnelizer. So that's the personally branded funnels and websites and hub pages, home pages, the CRM software to monetize all your leads, 40 courses like education, training, online training, because you have to, like, there's nowhere else to go. We can help. We want to help. So a couple bonuses there for those who are out of the gate in MLM wanting to go kill it. 30 days of live coaching to get leads and reps for your MLM. And what was the last? I just hit that button. Oh, the affiliate program that comes with the actual software as well. So after your live 5-day challenge and 30 days of live coaching and MLSP membership, as you get leads, customers, reps, getting profit, ongoing access to these courses, bonuses, tools, education, and system is $50 a month. $50 a month for everything you need online. Unless you want to pay for ads and an autoresponder, everything's in this house. This system should never actually cost you anything. In fact, it should pay for itself within the first 30. I mean, it's $1, but within those first 30 days, it is, I can't guarantee anything, but it's realistic. You go out there and get some leads. You go out there and get an ROI within the first 30 days, especially with Birch and especially with the live coaching you're going to get and the challenge. So question is, worth risking? $1. $1. It's less than the movie you rented this past weekend, because I don't think you could go anywhere else to see if you could create the income from home. It's $1. It's $1. And if you don't like it, we'll give you the $1 back. Okay. And one last kind of thing, just to support you, we're going to give you a 1-on-1 hour coaching call, plus a couple beginner PDFs to make sure you get off on the right foot. You're not left alone. This is everything you get in the top right. It's an easy $8,000 real world value. It's mlsplive.org. We created this because we want to help. Really and truly, where else are you going to go to learn real marketing skills right now for even at the $50 a month, like real marketing skills specific to, home business, but can be applied to any industry, not just the outbound, calling, prospecting, closing through social stuff, which we teach as well, but like real, like the actual, like how to get the inbound marketing going, right? Like the network marketing companies they're not going to teach you this stuff. And the stuff they were teaching, you can't do. You can't go do like there's nowhere, show me where to go. And I'm not, this isn't like from an arrogant, if there's somewhere, like we want to help. Like you have to learn this stuff. And we see the pain, man. We see this profession that's being told to go do one thing and now they can't physically do it. Now what? So we've put together the best physically possible thing we could do with our affiliates in mind. And it's 100 pennies to at least come in and get the education, the knowledge, the intel. And quite frankly, again, when people are asking us, we just started put this together earlier this week, or actually it was last week, end of last week. People are asking why we're doing this, and that's why, like, they're just because we have a heart for wanting to serve this profession. We've been doing this since 2008, and we just see, just this whirlwind, terror going across the profession of they don't know what to do. They have no idea where they're going to go. We want you to call this place home. We've done a lot of cool stuff in the last, 12 years, but that's not about that. This is about you getting what you need to grow your business from people, leaders with a track record who can do it. So it's here for you. It's mlsplive.org. You can cancel at any time. You can cancel during the $1 trial and you're still going to get the full 30, but you'll actually get the challenge. Okay. If you lose your money, guys, this is still entrepreneurship, and it is $50 a month after the dollar. Okay. You need the tools. If you're going to be doing this online, there are some expenses. Typically it's like hundreds of dollars a month. Here it's $50 a month for the online internet marketing tools to grow a business from home, to create income from home, and to do it I don't know how much longer this is going to last. None of us do. But if you're like, if you've been looking and you've been scratching your head, like, hey, I should get started on this internet thing. I know I need to start a home-based business now more than ever. We'll take care of you. We'll be gentle. And we'll give you everything we got. And if it's not a good fit, again, let us know. But if you can hear it and feel it in our voice, my voice here, I promise you that we can help you put these pieces together, have it make sense, and get out there with confidence in a crazy time to help impact, to help serve and solve problems that are pretty dire right now. What's the guarantee? I mean, if it's after 30 days, if you don't like it, you can do, cancel, downgrade. You can even ask for your dollar back. Okay. mlsplive.org, mlsplive.org. That's where it is. You can get started now. The challenge starts a week from tomorrow. So I believe that's April 9th. But all of the stuff in the right-hand corner, you can start tonight, aside from the challenge. Okay. Everything you'll get included into the groups, the courses, the software, you'll get the coaching call. You can actually start doing and learning and investing in you and doing the thing tonight. So are there any questions about that? And I'll show you the website here real quick, and then we will get back to the lady. Oh, shared right there. Hold on one sec. This is the website, guys. mlsplive.org. And you just come down here for $1. There's absolutely no hidden fees. You click it and you can fill out. Oh, and I do recommend, guys, if you've got it, the $27, this will give you a beautiful head start. And this is one of Aaron Birch's really, really nice courses. And we talked her into doing this for $27. This will give you such a nice kickstart into the challenge and into social media and into really becoming a marketer to attract interested prospects, and also to do the outbound stuff. We think you should do the outbound marketing, the prospecting, the reaching out, but just do it in a different way. And it's all just explained in this course and inside of MLSP and inside this challenge. So if you are going to move forward tonight, I encourage you to check this box. And I mean, this is pure gold, this secret social blueprint, and it will get you in a very good spot. Spend the next few days, the next week, diving into everything we've got with MLSP and this secret social blueprint. And man, come April 9th, it's on. It's on. If there are any questions about what this is or anything that I missed, let me know. Aaron, if you want to add your thoughts about it, awesome. Let me look at the questions real quick.
No, it'd be great to get that under your belt before you start the challenge. It's going to give you a head start. And then when we jump into the challenge, you're going to already know some of it. So it's going to make you absorb a lot more of the information for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, cool. I'm so looking forward to doing this challenge. Oh my God. This is it's my favorite thing to teach, my absolute favorite thing to teach: prospecting, recruiting, closing, because this is the most important skill for you to get good at, right? If you're in network marketing, or you're promoting your coaching, or you're promoting MLSP, whatever you're promoting, you need to be good at building immediate rapport with people, right? Knowing how to transition to talking about business, know how to get to the person's pain points and their struggles and what they need, and be able to make an offer that is a solution to what they need, as opposed to just flat out going, you need to check out my gig. And they go, well, did I say I wanted to check out your gig? And then you've broken rapport. So here's the thing too, when you learn this way to do it, you're going to enjoy prospecting. Therefore, you're going to do it, and you're going to get a lot more signups. And, here's the truth too, network marketing. You have to get good at marketing. If you want to make money online, there's no way around it. This is when everything changed for me. When I made that realization, I need to learn marketing. I can't continue spamming and expect to build a solid business and make money. I need to learn marketing. And it's once I made that connection and I buckled down and committed to learning marketing, that's when my business absolutely took off. When I committed to learning marketing. Otherwise, I'd be working at the grocery store where my son's working right now.
Which is, I assume, I was about to say it's closed down, but no, that's
nope. Essential. He's essential services. He's baking from 9 p.m. until 4 a.m.
Ooh. Damn.
Yep.
All right. Got to do what you got to do. There you go. Jim and everybody, members get this challenge for free, and the 30 days of coaching as well. If you're a member, you obviously have the membership. It's going to be inside the VIP members group only. It's the mymlsp.com, and we'll start streaming Erin, her content, the live amazing 5-day prospecting and recruit in minutes challenge right in that group. So yes, if you're a current MLSP paid active member, you don't need to buy the dollar. Okay. You're good. We're going to take care of you. Cool. Erin, let's shift to some of the closing stuff, guys. There are some really good questions. Janet, yes, for people who are not in an MLM, you want to give MLSP live.org to them, just let them know. That page just does speak to network marketers and recruiting and sponsoring, but it's going to show you how to get on social and build and close photography lessons, virtual photography. It's just fill in the blank for your specific business niche. We don't have a generic page, but if you're talking to someone who is into gardening or is into financial education, it's all the same. For $1, they can learn the process. I'm getting the good Canadian words down, Aaron. You and Norb have gotten me. They'll learn this process that Aaron's going to teach, and then have the software to build whatever they want. So it's not just about MLMs, even though, our core audience is people in that space. So Aaron, talk to us about closing. There's a bunch of questions, but I want to get back on track here with you, my dear. As far as when we left, when people reach out to you and you ask them the questions, you get on the phone, you get on the Zoom, can you give us some color in how you, certainly a master at this, start to transition some of the questions you ask, and then how you transition to business and, kind of test closing and seeing where we're at from there?
Okay, here's the thing about closing. you're never going to, here's what I believe. You don't really, if you're doing this the right way, you're not closing the person. They're closing themselves, because human beings are autonomous human beings. They need to feel that something is their choice. And when you follow this process, or process if you're American, you get the person you're speaking to a place where they close themselves. How would it feel if you were having conversations with people and they were simply closing themselves and then saying, give me your link? Would that feel good? And if you were at a place where that was happening for you, do you think you'd start having more conversations? Because it gets addictive. When you start getting a lot of people saying, give me your link, I'm in, that's a high. It's a high. And you will continue to prospect. You will continue to help more and more and more people. And you're going to grow a team. You're going to make a lot more money, right, on the back end. So when someone has reached out and said, I need information on what you're talking about, right? This is where we left off. When you offer your help, let's jump on a call. I want to see how I can best help you, right? This is where you want to begin to ask questions. To be able to get to a place where they essentially close themselves, you must know where they are at right now in their life, in their business, all of that. So you're asking questions. You're showing interest in them as a human being. But here's the clincher. You don't just ask questions, because they may begin to feel like they're in an interrogation. I've checked out people's conversations. People will send me conversations to look at, and I look at my clients' conversations and such. And occasionally people will get in asking question mode, but they forget to share themselves in the whole process. And the person will go, whoa, what's with all the questions? What's with the interrogation? And when someone is thinking that, what they're actually thinking is, you got an agenda. What's your agenda? Oh, you're trying to sign me up into something or sell me something, right? So a conversation is two-sided. It goes both ways. So if you're asking someone questions, you must share yourself in the process. That way the person feels that they actually are in a conversation rather than an interrogation. So you want to ask questions to find out where they are at in life, what they may need, what are they struggling with, what are their challenges that they are having in their life right now. Share some of your challenges. Fastest way to get to someone else's pain is to share your own. I'm learned that from Brian Finale.
Write that down.
Yep. So it's about asking the questions to find out where they are at. And then you want to ask the questions to find out where they want to be, right? How many people are exactly where they want to be, right? They always want something more. It doesn't matter where they're at. It's human nature. You always want something more. So you're asking the questions to find out where they are at, what their struggles are, and where they want to be, right? That will allow you to simply offer your help, i.e. your products, your business opportunity, MLSP, your coaching, your course, whatever you got for them that's going to help. But you cannot make an offer to someone before you know what they need. Otherwise, you're pitching, right? How do you know I need that? Did you take the time to ask me if I need that? And now you've broken rapport. So it is as simple as asking a few questions. Does this go on for hours? No. You can accomplish this in like 5 or 10 minutes.
That's so digress on that, Erin, because I know that people have, and I've, in the beginning, I certainly did it too. How do you make it so it's only like a 3 to 5 minute conversation, and we end up talking about stories in high schools and kids when they were born, and just, there's 30 minutes, there's an hour gone, and I'm nowhere further in this conversation to closing and serving this client. Can you give us some tips on how you like reel it back in and really keep it tight and transition?
It's a mindset. You're the consultant. You're the consultant on the call, right? Your objective is to help a whole bunch of people, not just this person. So therefore, you can't really give this person 2 hours of your time. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to help all the other people who need your help. That is the energy you must give the person, right? So if, let's say, they start talking about whatever, their kids out of school, right? It's your job to bring the conversation back to what you were talking about, right? So it's as simple as, oh my God, I feel you having your kids at home. So, and then you ask another question. You must be in charge of the conversation. When you lose control of the conversation and they've now become the kind of the spokesperson of it, then it's your job to reel the person back in and inform them why they're on this call in the first place, right? So do you see how posture is critical when you get on these calls, right? And when you ask these almost kind of poignant questions of people, right? When you're making them feel things, where they are at, what they want, you know, all those questions, you're making them feel things and think things, right? If you're asking someone where they want to be in 5 years and they're dreaming about how they want their life to be in 5 years, they're kind of not thinking about the kids in the other room anymore, or how their husband's home now driving them crazy. Because now they're living in their head, right? And then you ask another question and you just let them almost dream. You let them dream. And then they begin to tell you what they really want. And bam, you've got the solution. So now is the time to offer the solution. You know what? I totally understand where you want to be living this way, whatever you want in 5 years. I think I have the perfect solution for you. You want them going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You're being a good human being by offering a solution to this human being who needs a solution. So stop feeling all weird about trying to get a sale and get money. You're helping a fellow human being. That's what you're doing. That's what we good human beings do for each other.
So
Right.
yeah, so the once you gather the information, your exact question there was, hey, I think I based on what you just told me, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, I think I got something for you. I think I can help. That's it.
That's it. You do not go in and give a spiel. Here's the thing too. I remember I'm a fanatic about studying psychology. Did you know one of the ways you can tell when someone's lying is, let's say Brian and I were supposed to go out for dinner and Brian decides he doesn't want to go. And I go, oh, what's going on? Did you know you can tell when someone's lying because they go, well, my girlfriend's sick and I need to be here for her. And then I think I'm supposed to be getting a call coming in and the dog is acting all weird. That person's lying. When they start making up all these excuses, they're lying. Right? So when you do that with your prospects and you're going, well, it's this business opportunity and it's financial services and blah, 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 blah. It's a ground floor opportunity and we're in 29 different countries and we made $53 billion last year. When you start what they call throwing up in this industry, they call that throwing up on someone. When you start giving them way too much information, you've now actually lost posture. They're not even hearing it anyway. It's going right over their head. Simply make it one sentence. I think I have a solution for you to get what you want, to be where you want to be. Do you want to hear about it? They go, yeah, right? Because they want a solution to their problems. And you go, okay. So if we're talking about MLSP, okay, so I have a way that could help you become a master online marketer so that you could grow your business more quickly, right? It's what worked for me. I will then tell them my story in 30 seconds and they're like, oh my God, I need this.
Yeah.
Right. And then they go, yeah, I need to check that out. All right. So then you give them your link. That's it. Don't overtalk. Same thing with your business opportunity, right? I have a solution for you. I have a home business. I make money from home and I help other people make money from home. Do you want to check it out? Yeah. All right, cool. Boom. ATM them. Done deal. Done deal. That's it.
So, okay, guys, you might be looking for some crazy ninja. I mean, it's just like a human being. Hey, I listen to you. I hear you. I see you. I feel you. I'm present with you. which in and of itself is so rare, right? Based on what you told me, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, I think I've got a solution that can get you where you want to go, that can give you what you want. That's it. So we're going to get to once you qualify and point, which, guys, Aaron, I know does not, and you should never try and explain the comp plan and explain the biz op or explain what's in the product. Send them to the sales mechanism. So that's where we're at right now. Doing it, just to recap, doing it in this approach, this way of putting it on social, some serious value, them reaching out to you or you doing some outbound stuff as well. But they're like, hey, yeah, I'm open. I want this. I would love that little cheat sheet lead magnet. I want that piece of value. You start a conversation, you find out where they're at, where they want to go. Hey, I think I've got something, a solution that can help you get what you want. In this way, you will very rarely have someone say, no, I'm not at least going to check it out, because you've served them. You're not like this used car salesman slinging opportunity product left and right and just spamming everywhere. You're a guy or gal who's actually spent 5 minutes with someone to qualify. You've created some value on the front end. And now once qualified, once you qualify them, you're the CEO of your own business. Once you qualify, or once they qualify for like your position, it's your business and you want to work with them, you point and send them to whatever that is. And one thing real quick, guys, and then we're going to come back to Aaron. We're going to say, okay, they go watch. How do you set up a follow-up? Do you call them? Do they call you? And then how does that go? But real quick, hold on. Guys, if you are a member, do not buy this dollar. You get Aaron Birch for free. I can't believe I just said that. You actually get, like, which is crazy. Guys, she's got the skills to do this social. Like, you will learn what she's done over the last 5 years on social in this challenge alone. For our members, you don't need to buy. Okay. If you are a parked member, or you cancel within like the 30 days or something, or something's going on where it can't go through, like the dollar can't go through at mlsplive.org, and you're trying to buy that order bump, that secret social blueprint, email support. Okay. Email support at mlsp.com, and we will address, we'll help you out. You got a little bit of time, but you definitely want to buy this thing now. If this is something you want to learn, if the internet is something like, that this is the time, get started now so you can get a head start for the next week, go through some material, and then be at a really good spot to run with Birch, to run with Aaron next Thursday. Okay. So if you're having any problems, if you're a member, the card won't go through. Okay. It physically will not accept your money if you're a member, magic. If you are a parked member or a past member and you're having some problems, just support at mlsp.com. Email us. We'll take a look and we'll make sure you're taken care of. So, Aaron, you send them over to the sales mechanism. How do you set up a follow-up call before you send them over there? You let them know it's like 20 minutes. I'll reach out to you. You call them, or is that just kind of off the cuff, or do you have a process for that?
Definitely do your best to get them to commit to a time after they've watched it before they watch it. So let's say your presentation is 20 minutes. Go, well, it's 20 minutes. It's 5 p.m. right now. It's 20 minutes. When can you watch it? If they go, I'll watch it right now, then you're going to go, cool. I'll call you at 5:45. I'll Facebook call you or whatever at 5:45. Why? Because I want to make sure I get all your questions answered. Right? Again, it's about them. I want to make sure that I get all your questions answered for you. Right? Or if you want more information or what have you, right? So that's why we're jumping on the call. If they absolutely will not commit, because a lot of times they won't, doesn't matter, right? If they go, oh my God, I'm super busy tonight, I got to make dinner for the kids, and then it's bath night or whatever's going on, you go, cool. What time can you jump on a call tomorrow? I have a 2:15 open and a 4. You pick one, because I'm busy. And my schedule is booked by 15-minute increments, right? You're going to have to fit into my schedule, right? So give them a couple choices of times, make them choose one, boom, you get on the call. If they will not give you a time, that's okay too. Just go, no problem. I will follow up with you, right? Then what I'll do, no, you don't need some weird script. Somebody knows when you're following up with them that they're following up with you. It's not a secret. We don't have to pretend we're not following up. So I will send a voice message and go, hey, Brian, just checking in, see if you had a chance to check out the presentation. I'm just following up. I'm following up. People respect you for just flat out saying what you're doing. They know what your intention is. Don't pretend it's otherwise, right? I just want to see if you have any questions I can answer for you. If you want more information or you want to jump on a call, right? Let me know. Usually people will get back to you. If they don't, get back to them in a couple of days and check in on them. Life happens, especially right now.
Yeah.
Don't assume that you messed up or they don't like you anymore. Don't go there. It's nothing to do with you. It's not. Trust me. So then what I would do is I would message them and go, Brian, are you okay? Is everything okay? Just let me know if everything's okay. I didn't hear back from you and I'm kind of concerned. Are you and the family okay? Now, when you show concern for someone, they kind of feel guilty for ghosting you. They will almost always message you back and go, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Awesome.
And if you don't hear from them after that, I ain't chasing you because there's other people who actually do want my help, right? So what you can do is write their name down. You should be doing that anyway. You should be tracking your prospects, right? And then you can like and comment on one of their posts 2 weeks from now, private message them. How's it going? How's it going? I won't even mention business when I follow up with them. How's everything going? How are you and the family doing? Is your town crazy right now? Like what's going on? Right? Just chit chat back and forth. And then you can say, so, oh, right. Last time we talked, Brian, you were checking out my business opportunity because you said you wanted to retire your wife. Did you find a way to retire your wife or are you still looking for a way to make that extra money from home?
Yeah, I mean, guys, you taking notes? This is the exact process. There's always questions about, do I reach out? Do I schedule the time with them? Do I tell them to call me? Do I take the leadership role, tell them when I'm going to call them? How, there you go.
Because you're a business person. You're a professional.
Yeah. Right on. And the final piece here, guys, is once they've you call them or they reach out to, however it ends up actually happening, because life does happen, especially now, you're on the phone with them after they've watched the presentation, they've watched your business, the product presentation, the opportunity presentation, a video that you have for your own coaching or MLS, whatever it is, MLSP. How do we, Aaron, you've qualified the prospect. They've now watched it. And here's the follow-up. Give us some tips. This is the final step, guys, before the close and before we physically sign them up into your opportunity. How does this conversation go?
Tell them to write their questions down before they get on a call with you. That would be being professional, right? Like you don't book a doctor's appointment without knowing why you're going, right? Like you already know what you're going to say to the doctor, right? So a professional would want to make sure, like if you're an accountant, you're going to tell people to have all their paperwork when they come, right? Because you are a professional and your time is very valuable, right? And you've got timed schedules. So usually you're going to tell people that make sure you have all your papers together when you come. You're going to need this, this, and this. You want to do the same thing because you're a professional. If you're acting like an amateur, they're going to they're going to think you're an amateur. So don't be afraid to be a professional, right? So have all your questions together so that I can answer them all for you in one shot. I will even tell people, let's do the call. I did this today. I got from 3 till 3:15 open. Let's jump on a call at 3. What I just said is I already got a call at 3, another thing booked at 3:15. Make sure they respect your time. So then get on the call and simply answer their questions. Answer their questions. Again, it's your job to keep them on track. If they get off track talking about whatever, their dog, bring them back in, rein them back in. Because, some people they don't even realize they're doing it. They'll just keep talking, right? So rein them back in. Ask them another question. Oh my God, your dog sounds so cute. So did you have any other questions for me, Brian? right? They're going to think, they're going to go, oh, right. Sorry. I know you're busy. I know you're busy.
Right on. So then how, if there are no more questions a couple different things. I don't know how much, guys, we're already at 2 hours here. We could go over objections. Maybe we'll wait for that till next Wednesday. Cause that really, whether it's time, money, not sure if I could do it, all sorts of questions. Got to talk to the spouse. I think we should wait for the objections maybe till next Wednesday. Yeah, let's do that. That's okay. So we'll save the objections conversation until next Wednesday. But Aaron, is there anything else I know that you go into that call like assuming that they're ready, that they're going to see the same thing you did, and boom, are you on the phone when they as they sign up? Do you walk them through the process or send them over to the site, or what do you personally do there?
I do. I want to walk them through it. I don't want them going off and then the doorbell rings. Well, yeah. That's not happening anymore. The dog throws up, the kids are screaming, then they get hungry. It's avoidance. Humans are really good at avoidance, right? So I'll do it after dinner. Oh, now I need to take a shower. Now I have to get the kids in bed. I get them on. I'm going to help you get signed up so that we can get you going immediately. I'll say this, because it's true. I'll go, if you don't know me that well, I'm extremely results driven and I want to help you start getting results as fast as possible. So let's get you in immediately so that because I really want to welcome you into the team and get you going. Let's do it. And it's the truth. You need to get your person going immediately, like that second. You don't wait a day or two. You get them going as soon as they're in, right? So I have people on a Facebook call while they're signing up.
Nice.
And then I also tell them, because if it gets all weird, the energy gets weird and they're trying to type faster because they know you're waiting, right? And then they're making mistakes because if people are watching, you're waiting for you, you're going to make mistakes. That's the way it is. So I actually will tell people, because it's true, I'll go, don't worry about me sitting here. I'm working on my phone, right? So don't worry. Like don't stress out about me being on the call with you because I'm working right now on my phone. So take your time and I'll be working on my phone. And then they tell you what's going on. And Julie Jones, address 934. You know where they are in the sign up process because they're telling you, because they feel that's their duty, right? To let you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Guys, let us know in the chat, or we got a bunch of people on Facebook. If you got some value tonight, I'm going to do one thing real quick, and then we're going to have Aaron tie a bow on it. But man,
we're going to talk about chats too with your prospects, group chats. Why don't we cover that next Wednesday?
Oh, I love it. Group chats plus objections, guys.
I love objections.
I know that's right up your wheelhouse. Guys, mlsplive.org. And that's an awesome training next Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Group chats. I know Erin's recently sponsored her team has recruited 30 people, all through group chats. Wow. Guys.
Way more than that now.
Oh my God. Throw an X in the chat or in the group if you're ready for that. My gosh. It just keeps getting better and better. When you sign up, mlsplive.org. Okay. There are some questions. You're just going to go to this button right here. You're going to get access to MLSP. The challenge starts next week. You're going to get all sorts of emails and action steps and what to do next. But you'll be able to immediately log into this and just go into the start here. And there's 10 steps to help you get leads in the next 24 to 48 hours for your business. That's where to start. Okay. And we'll give you some tips. You'll be in the group and what to expect as far as the challenge. And it's just mlsplive.org. Aaron, leave us with something. What are your closing thoughts here? This has been an amazing training, and thank you for the awesome, just soup to nuts, start to finish training here on what you personally do and have been able to do in your business. Congrats on all the success. Anything you want to leave us with?
I want to say, make sure you really get it in your head that this is a human being that you're speaking to. Yeah, they're called a prospect or a recruit or a team member or whatever. But this is a human being. This is your friend that you're speaking to. Speak to them as you would speak to your friends. People tend to get in this weird prospecting, I call it prospecting robot mode, where they'll start speaking in a way that they don't actually usually speak in. Like they use words and things that they think they should be saying. And I will say this to clients sometimes. I'll go, would you say this to your actual your girlfriend that you know that you see once a month for dinner or whatever? And they're like, no. I'm like, then don't say it to this person. Speak to this person the same way you would speak to that your girlfriend or your neighbor or your old high school girlfriend or whatever. Speak to people as friends. Like when I'm speaking to people, my conversations are really casual, really, really casual because they're my friends. So it should be casual, right?
Mm-hmm.
So try to remember that. Also, remember to be really, really present in your conversations. If this person feels any kind of agenda that you're actually not even present in the conversation, you're just waiting for a time where you can drop your link on them, you've broken rapport and they will never join you and you've lost that time, right? They must feel like you actually are interested in being their friend and care about them and are interested in them as a human being. When they feel that from you, bam, you've built a tremendous amount of rapport and you're going to be able to get to that place where you can make an offer, right? It's absolutely critical. Absolutely critical.
Guys, she's a wealth of knowledge. Go love on her. Go say thank you if you got some value from this. If you're taking notes, you probably have a couple pages of them. And what's really cool, I'm really, really excited. We're excited to bring this intel, this knowledge, this experience of the challenge next week, because prospecting and recruiting is one of the biggest hurdles for network marketers who have to, in previous endeavors or past lives, they've never had to step up into a leadership role and get uncomfortable and really do these types of conversations. Man, you get to run with the best next week, plus 30 days of the membership, plus 30 days of coaching with us and all the bells and whistles and bonuses. We're just doing our part, guys. It's crazy out there. And we want to help anyone who's ready to help themselves and wants to go out there and really take the bull by the horn and step up. I know it's crazy. It's uncomfortable. It's scary out there. And there are leaders who are looking for something, someone looking for you. And we're answering the call. So if you're ready, mlsplive.org. Aaron, thank you so much. We'll be seeing you next Wednesday. And then, of course, the challenge. So grateful. You pour so much into this community and definitely make it so much more valuable. So we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron, from Canada. I know you're at home right now. We appreciate you. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. MLSP has absolutely changed my life. So, you give back.
Awesome. Well, guys, that's it. mlsplive.org for your challenge. Thank you, guys, family, community, guests, attendees. Stay safe. Stay, at home. Don't do anything crazy. We're going to get through this. We'll be just fine. Take this opportunity, guys, and go and learn, invest in you, like pour into this. You get better, increase your skills. I promise you, what we teach, it does work. It does work. Stay safe. Thank you for being here. This webinar is a wrap. Good night, everybody. We'll see you in the challenge. And we'll see you next Wednesday with Aaron Birch again. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Oh, no.